Welcome back to Tuesday Night Pro Scrims, guys. Before we head into the next match, where it's going to be Slum's Hardpoint, I want to plug our education sponsor here at MLG. Full Sail University. Not only are we going to be holding an event there, but they're a great school to go to if you want to go anything from graphics design, video editing, anything to get you started. If you're interested in working in the gaming industry one day, Full Sail is the place to go. Head over to fullsail.edu/MLG. You'll find all the information you need on their website. But as I said before, we're going to be hosting an event there October 18th through the 20th, I believe. We'll be at Full Sail University. So if you're around the Florida area, you want to attend that event, we're going to have more information for you soon. So make sure you pay attention to Twitter. But speaking of Twitter, if you've been interacting with us all night long, I'm going to give you a 1-month Game Battles premium code. It was Hitman141. Congratulations, buddy. Thank you for interacting with us via Twitter and hashtagging MLG. I will DM you a 1-month Game Battles premium code shortly. But Chewy, we just saw something crazy happen on Standoff Capture the Flag.
Yeah, we did indeed. If you guys are just joining us, I did just see the viewer count rise quite dramatically actually after that game. But compLexity won they won 10-0 on Standoff. Yeah,
Standoff, it wasn't fun to watch.
No, it wasn't. It was horrible to watch. But at the same time, it was like they're playing. You know, we saw that really aggressive push off the start where both teams were getting quite a lot of players down, and then they were making aggressive pushes all over the park, and it was absolutely crazy to watch. And as soon as they got, I think they got 7 flag captures in the second round, didn't they? Or near enough.
6,
they definitely got more. Yeah, 6. Yeah, so they got more in the second round than they did in the first. But it was dominance. And not only did they get 10 flag captures, but they also had 3 sentry guns down at the same time.
Yeah.
So, wow.
So, utter domination by compLexity so far. They lead the series 3-0. If they win 2 more maps, it's all over, folks. We're going to have a clean 5-0 sweep. But the next map, it's going to be Slum's Hardpoint, which is one of compLexity's best hardpoint maps. And I was talking to Aches via text message in between the games, and he says he's going to get a swarm on this map.
Okay, he is. There's not, I'm just going to go for one. He is getting a swarm.
Yeah, he's going to get a swarm.
Would that be the first time on MLG Pro Scrims?
Yes, that'd be a first time in a Pro Scrims, I think, in all of a competitive match. I mean, Merc did get one at the first UMG, but the whole other team was on one bar. They were all lagging.
Oh, right.
So I don't really count that one, but no. I think this will be the first one ever in a broadcasted competitive match.
Well, he's definitely going to be the one to look out for. It's going to be Slum's Hardpoint, and we are going to get that game started. So I think we've got to jump on board with Aches right from the start.
Without a doubt.
It'll be interesting to see if any of the other guys from compLexity use streaks like that, because I believe it was Clayster earlier on.
Yeah, dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and flip through the players off the start. Aches, he doesn't even have a swarm on. This guy, he's just disappointing me. You got Death Machine, a sentry gun, and is that a VTOL warship from Clayster?
This is a VTOL warship, yeah, wow.
I'm going to text Aches right now saying that he disappointed me, but he's using sensor grenades off the start, which is not something you usually see in competitive play, but he's going to try to make it work here on hardpoint. He's going to throw the sensors out, and then he's going to attack the hardpoint, it looks like.
Yeah, I've never really seen that one before. We do see Clayster with some interesting tactics on CTF. I remember he picked up, I think it was the 2-piece right off the bat on raid hardpoint with a crossbow, managing to take out the white van. So I like the way that Clayster plays hardpoint sometimes. Very interesting. He's going to be spamming those sensor grenades down, seeing if he can pick up anybody on his radar with him. He's in control of the hardpoint. Stoner's going to be the one facing him, though. He's going to see if he can find him. Hardpoint is still contested, and there we go. He is able to take him out, and now they've got to push for those spawns as well. Now, we did see the compLexity guys starting to spawn up towards that back garage area and that back fountain area. When teams spawn up there, if they need to get control for the spawns for the second hardpoint, where do you think they need to be concentrating all their force?
They need to push over towards the brick side of the map. So you're talking about if they spawn near the garage side or over near white wall. It's so tempting when you spawn near the white wall to push through blue, but it's not what you want to do. I mean, take a look at the position you have. If you want to challenge from blue, you got to go through this very narrow choke point. You got no cover there whatsoever. But if you want to attack from bricks, you could use the brick side as cover, and then from there you can push the coffee arch, and you got a clear path down the police car street. But Clayster, he's the guy I want to keep an eye on. Crim6, he's already got his Death Machine spinning up, and he's in the hard point here, so he's going to be trying to do some defensive work. Aches, I don't even want to watch him because he doesn't even have a swarm on.
Yeah, we'll neglect Aches for this game just because he's let us down that he's not put the swarm on. But I did just see TP pick up the sexiest 3-piece a second ago as well, so they are dominating once again. Clayster picking up a 2-piece himself. Crim6 is just going to be pre-aiming towards this blue stairs section right now, seeing if somebody's going to be able to push in. But the work that the rest of the compLexity guys are doing right now is just meaning that nobody's going to be able to push in there now. We don't really see the Death Machine come into use so much. It's got 200 rounds of ammo, I believe, there and thereabouts, and we don't really see it come into play too much. People seem to prefer the War Machine. Do you reckon there's any specific reasoning towards that?
I mean, the Death Machine is really not all that useful, whereas the War Machine, it could really melt people, especially if they're not using flak jackets. So as soon as you take that thing out of your back pocket, you're forcing a class change out of your opponent, so they're going to not be using the class they obviously want to use. But the Death Machine, it could be useful on some certain hardpoints. For example, the garage hardpoint, where you're just spraying one area of the map if you're just trying to lock down bricks. And imagine crimSix on the anchor position with a Death Machine. How are you going to challenge him? You're just going to get mowed down. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's really putting into work here on his 6th kill streak, but he just got taken out. Clayster, I want to see you get your VTOL warship, buddy. I want to see
Clayster gets that. It's going to be crazy. He does get taken out, unfortunately, by a grenade. And they're still going to get those spawns down there. They made such a great rotation from that second hardpoint right down to this one, completely shutting out the guys from ReckLess. We did kind of expect that on hardpoint and on the respawn game modes. Maybe not in this particular fashion, but crimSix is just spamming with that Death Machine. He picked up a 2-piece, followed by Eggs picking up a 2-piece with the Scorpion. This is just total dominance right now. They have over a 75-point lead, and we're only 3 minutes into the game. I think we've got to look at the scoreboard, and it looks like Legend has actually timed out from the game. Not sure if that's a connection issue or what's going on, but they're really struggling, and now they're one player down as well.
Yeah, so they're going to try to get back into the game, but crimSix with that War Machine in hand, he actually is the Terminator when he has that bad boy in his hands. So we're going to see if he could get another one of those. Also, keep an eye on Clayster as he's trying to work towards his VTOL warship. Aches told me he was going to get a Swarm, but he doesn't even have it selected here as compLexity. They're dominating once again in hardpoint as they go up by 100 points.
They do indeed. Let's have a look at the scoreboard properly, though. This time, Aches is 16-7 right now. crimSix 13-4, which is pretty crazy to think that he's playing that well, just, you know, going around spamming with a Death Machine, but he's obviously such a robot, as we keep pointing out, that I'm not really too surprised at that, and they've got such a dramatic lead right now. It's pretty obvious they are going to be able to take this game, and it's 3v4 as well. You know, we've pointed that out, but one of the players from ReckLess has left. I'm not sure if that was a connection issue or whether he turned his Xbox off with the amount of rage that's probably going on in their party right now, but would you say that this is exactly what we expected from this match, for them to be shut out in this style, or did you think that ReckLess were at least going to put up a fight?
You know, I expected compLexity to definitely take the respawn game types. However, did I expect them to take it by, you know, like 200 plus points? Absolutely not. I thought War or ReckLess would be able to manage, you know, maybe 100 points, maybe a bit over that if possible, because Bevels, he's been doing a good job on the anchor for the squad. Huskers definitely has a solid shot, and Stoner Legend, they're just overall smart players, so I definitely thought that they'd be able to put up a fight, but compLexity, they're just making it look easy at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure, and they're 3 times champions, you know, right now. They took MLG Anaheim, of course. They took Gfinity over here in London, which was an incredible event. I was very lucky to go and attend that, and then they also took UMG very recently as well, so they're strong players all round. You know, you can't pretty much say they're definitely the strongest team in the game right now. Is Clayster.
I didn't even see that.
On the knife with Bevels and Huskers there. He's going to be able to pick up the third. He's just going around knifing. Yes, he does.
That was so delayed. Did you see how delayed that kill was?
I'm not sure what was going on there. He picked up a kill like that earlier on Legend, actually. I didn't even see Legend, but he's on a 3-score streak right now with a knife. Stoner's seen him, though, takes him out, but that's cocky play right there from Clayster.
Clayster swiped with his knife, was ready to get another swipe off, but then the kill registered. But here you go, compLexity. They're looking to close it out on this current hard point as they only need 30 more seconds. They got plenty of time to do so, and it's going to be very tough for ReckLess to try to break this hard point, especially since Clayster, I mean, crimSix, he's the Terminator right now, man. He's got the Death Machine. He's killing everybody, even his own teammates.
Oh yeah, he is, and I'm sure he's not even really bothered about it at all, because look at that dramatic lead right now. 230 to 35 is the score at the second. crimSix is just able to push in there with complete ease and take it over. Huskers is going to get the last scrap few seconds, it seems, on this hard point before we rotate back to the junkyard hard point. Now, this is another one that's important. We do actually see Stoner there, back in that anchor section over towards that, you know, that fountain section. Sorry, what do you think about that? You know, this little area over here, because it's such an important one, I feel, to hold down when you're trying to anchor for these next 2 top hard points, but you can also get support from ARs in other positions.
Yes, so obviously that back fountain is the key position for the anchor player, but off the beginning of the hard point, it's not where you want to be. You actually want to be a bit more pushed up near the garage, try to be a little bit aggressive at the cutoffs and just try to set up your initial line of defense, because if you get taken out near the garage, then you're going to spawn up and then rotate all the way to the back fountain, which is going to be a better position for you later on the hard point. But compLexity, they're going to look to close out on this hard point now. They weren't able to do it on the bottom lot hard point, but now they're pushing for the white wall. It's going to be Clayster on your screen here. And now ReckLess, they're starting to put up a bit of a fight now that Legend is back in the game, but I think it's just too little too late, Chewy, as they're going to break this hard point You see TP, he's now on your screen. ReckLess are trying to get back inside, but Teep with that grenade is going to take out Stoner. Now that they have control, they only need 10 more seconds.
They do indeed. TP managing to pick up a 2-piece there. He's going to be able to get the scrap few last seconds on this junkyard hardpoint, and that's going to be it. Oh no, he does get taken out. Actually, Legend's going to shut him down, and he's going to get the scrap few seconds. So we are going to have to rotate over towards the garage section. compLexity don't have the spawns for it at the second. All the guys from ReckLess still have the spawns for it. So we are going to be playing this game just for a few more seconds, but of course, compLexity only need 5 more points to be able to take it. And I'm sure at this stage they're just wondering and asking the guys from ReckLess, why are they not just giving up and letting us win?
Yeah, it's only a matter of time now before compLexity closes out. 5 seconds, it's not a whole lot of time, but ReckLess, they're fighting until the very last point is scored, and it's going to be by TP here. Never mind, it's going to be by Crim6, possibly here. Finds one inside the hard point, spinning around. It's going to be Aches now, 2-1, and there you go, all over. Another very dominating performance by compLexity as they were just rolling in this pro scrim. And keep in mind, the winner of the pro scrim, they get, what is it, 500 pro points each? So there is something on the line here. compLexity, they're going all out here to try to win this one.
Oh yeah, of course, this new rule that's coming from MLG and the new stand that's coming with the online pro points that you can gain and stuff like that. There's a lot more to play for now on pro scrims. You had just playing for pride at one point, and people were coming on to you know, really show themselves off on these pro scrims. But sorry, they're talking through my game. Let me turn that down a bit. But yeah, no, it's great to see that pro points have come in now, and people have got some more motivation to come on and play pro scrims and do some work, because it's going to leave some advantage for them. We do see everybody in game chat at the second right now. 4-0 is the score overall in this series. We saw compLexity take the first hardpoint game 250 to 142. They then won Meltdown Search and Destroy 6-2. They then dominated on Standoff CTF 10-0, and then they just won that game there at Slums hardpoint 250 to 102.
Yeah, compLexity, they're looking so strong tonight against ReckLess. We're going to head to a quick commercial break, and when we return, possibly the last match tonight in our pro scrims. Make sure you guys stay tuned, tweet the stream, keep interacting with us on Twitter, hashtag MLG, and I know I'm hashtagging compLexity because they're looking so good tonight, but if you think ReckLess can make the comeback, make sure you hashtag them. We're going to give out one more 1-month Game Balance Premium code after this quick commercial break.